Today we're going to be talking about the different languages that the Western media uses to sort of manipulate you as a viewer of that news. We all know that the Western media will tell negative stories about China. And I'm not just talking the United States, Canada, Great Britain, but pretty well every Five Eyes country or anybody that's sort of affiliated with them, like Japan or, well, I'm not even going to say Taiwan because Taiwan is China, but they go down the same road with the manipulation of the media, I guess is what it's called. The CV virus is out there, so China is going to attack Taiwan. The Chinese economy is in the toilet because of the CV. China is going to have a second wave. The Chinese people, the Chinese this, the Chinese that, but it's not just the stories that they tell you in the news. It's the way that they portray it. It's the language manipulation that they use. Okay, think about the different languages that they use. China doesn't fire officials; they purge them. Yeah, I've heard that on a regular basis. Corrupt Chinese officials don't get convicted for corruption. They lose power struggles. Oh, that's good. Chinese leaders don't strengthen laws. They concentrate power. Think about the language that the Western media is using. And next time you're watching news and they start talking this stuff, maybe you'll be able to understand what they're trying to tell you more by the language that they're using. Okay. China doesn't give out loans. They trap countries in debt. Oh, yeah, well, I've heard that a lot on the Belt and Road Initiative. Chinese leaders don't want their country to prosper peacefully. They're obsessed with stability. Countries and international organizations don't praise China. They pander to the increasing global influence. Yes. Chinese media doesn't report news. It reports propaganda. This is the biggest one. There's never any news, any newsworthy of going on the news anywhere in the world, because if it comes out of China, it's not news. It's propaganda. You guys all know that, eh? China doesn't revise counting methodologies. It underreports cases. Oh yeah, okay. China doesn't revise counting methodologies. It underreports cases. Think about that one. It doesn't matter which numbers they take out and put out in the public, in the news. Give their international partners. It's not true, is what they're saying. It's they're underreported. If it's bad, if it's good, well then it's overreported. Of course, you know what I mean. China doesn't treat patients; it rounds them up. Oh, that's a good one, especially in days like these. China doesn't requisition private hospitals during the health emergency by passing laws. It seizes them. It doesn't requisition, it seizes them. You know how they manipulate the language. It's one of those things. China companies don't innovate, they steal IP. Yeah, and that's been a big thing in the news, the Trumponomic news over the last number of years. Chinese people are not patriotic, they're brainwashed. Chinese people are not patriotic, they're brainwashed. I hear that from all of the alt-right people, that the haters, the Trumponomic people out of the United States, and there's a lot of Democrats that are doing exactly the same thing. Brainwash this and brainwash that. Well, you know, if that's the way you think, maybe you're the one that's brainwashed. I don't know. China's government doesn't face governance challenges. They face threats to their rule. Now there's a good one. Threats to their rule. It's not government challenges, it's threats to their rule. in the West, they would say, well, the government has challenges. There's things that they've got to do. There's things that they've got to do better. It's a threat to their China. Yeah, okay. Anyway, China doesn't ban the import of addictive drugs like opium. It renounces free trade. Oh, okay. Chinese celebrities don't love their country and post patriotic messages on social media. They pander to the CCP and nationalistic fans. I get that all the time, guys. Pander, bootlicker, commie, shill, all of these things. Yes. Hong Kong rioters don't storm and destroy Legco. The Hong Kong police stand back and let them do it. Hong Kong rioters don't beat and burn and kill civilians, commit arson, build bombs, destroy subway stations, set fires to buildings, block traffic. They retaliate against police brutality. Now that's a good one, because that was in the news over and over and over again, and it's one of those things. Citizens of unfriendly countries don't display patriotism, they display nationalism. So yeah, and you hear that all the time in some weird YouTube channels where they hate on China. It's the nationalists, not the patriots, the nationalists, and I hear that a lot. Ain't that the truth? You see, all of these words that they use to manipulate the news in the Western world. But they're not just manipulating the news, they're manipulating you and me as Western viewers of the news. And it's one of those things that they do it very well.